When I was in the seminary many years ago, there was a little bit of a controversy in scriptural circles regarding who were Jesus' sisters and brothers. When he was teaching, it was told to him, your mother and your brothers and sisters are outside and want to see you. Welcome to Missional Life. This is Roger from MSC Mission Office. This little reading that I'm referring to obviously refers to family. And it wasn't, I read different articles on it and didn't seem to find a good understanding until I went to Papua New Guinea. And there I met up with the extended family. And as I said previously in one of our talks, a person's cousins were brothers and sisters. And so the people referred to in the reading, brothers and sisters of Jesus, were his cousins. We don't know much about them or their background of their family, but they were his cousins. And Simon, who became the leader of the church in Jerusalem, was his cousin brother, older cousin brother. The extended family. And this tells us much about families. It's a different way of living. And many people here in Australia, you would be living in extended families or come from extended families, and you know that experience. And many of us whose ancestry goes back to Europe, in previous times, there would have been the same. Would have been a large number of people living in the same house, all the extended family, or living in the village. So when we look at family, we can look at people from other cultures and learn something about family. And what I'd like to refer to, as I said in the previous talk, also about women in Melanesia being largely second class. And women in the family have an important part, as we know. And I remember my own mother and two of her sisters ran a bush nursing hospital up in the Mallee in Victoria. They were independent, strong women. Two of them were nurses, and Mum was the chief cook and bottle wash. One of those sisters later, when her husband died, ran the farm. And we can recall back in the time of the Second World War, when many men went off to fight, the women took over the farms, took over the factories, took over many jobs. And did them well. And when the men came back and it was sort of suggested that they go back into the kitchen, they didn't. They continued to do what they did. So we have a bit of a tradition in Australia of strong, independent, capable women. And this is excellent. And that's the sort of family I grew up in. Mum was a woman who was independent, hardworking. She took on extra work, for paid work, to support the family. And so the family follows many forms and many different ways. I was at one stage with the MSC Sisters, Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart, and helping them with a chapter. And a few stories came out there that some of them were from families and peoples where the women took a dominant role. And some of them, because the girl was the firstborn in the family, she became the leader of the family. And she had to decide matters of feasts, land, many things with the family. Now, some of the sisters had decided to become sisters, would go to their family and sit down and say, listen, I want to become a nun, I can't continue in this work. And they'd talk it over, and that work was handed over to whoever was the next born, whether it be a girl or a boy. And so, because religious life had entered into their lives, their culture changed. And all this is important in understanding who we are as church and what is our mission. and where the Lord is leading us in all of this. So we continue on our mission, and we continue to try to understand what the Lord is teaching us. Thank you for being with us.